So it's been 1 month since I started taking hair loss supplements, and I'm gonna update you on what has changed so far. If you're new here, I'm Delilah, and I help people with curly hair like you get better at caring for and styling their hair so you can simplify your routine and wear your curls with confidence. If you missed the first video, I talked about exactly what it is you want to look for in hair loss supplements so that they actually work to reduce shedding and encourage growth, because not a lot of products out there are actually proven to encourage new growth. There are quite a few that can reduce shedding but not improve growth, and a lot of the marketing is a little bit vague and ambiguous on purpose. So I encourage you to check out that video if you are looking for hair loss supplements and you want to be a little more informed. Now, in that video, I mentioned a few different products and different ways that you can track your progress and results as you are trying to figure out whether or not a product is working for you. I also talked about what I'm doing and the products that I'm using to address my hair loss based on previous history of products that I've used and what's available on the market now. Now, I've been pretty good about taking the pills. I've taken them almost every day. The serum on my, the scalp serum though, I forget to use all the time. So I would say that I probably use it like 2 to 3 times a week, whereas the pill I'm taking almost every day. So I'm gonna work on getting better with that, but it's just, I just forget. It's not something that I remember to do when I'm getting ready for bed. Now, if you forgot, I am taking the Evolve Better Roots system. I'm doing the pills and the scalp serum, not the scalp oil. Let's talk about shedding. So as far as the reduction or change in shedding, it's still exactly the same as it was when I started. So I haven't noticed any difference whatsoever. I actually have counted the hairs on multiple wash days. So I did this when I first started taking the supplements, and I was averaging around 100 hairs a day. And then I did it again last week, and I'm still at around 100 hairs a day. And I've got my little sample baggies dated so I can show you. You can see there's really not a difference. Let me just hold it up in front of a paper so you can actually see. This is the one from July, the beginning of July, so you can see here. And this is the one that I just did, which was on August 4th. And so let me put them next to each other, and you can see that they are pretty much, let's see if I can get this one moved over a little bit so we can better compare. They're pretty much the same. So you can see not much of a difference. Let me lift this up a little bit. Yeah, not much of a difference. As I said, I'm counting the same amount of hairs. So from reading the descriptions of the products and understanding how these ingredients work, it does take more than a month for them to have any effect. So I was hoping that I would notice a difference, but I wasn't expecting there to be a difference yet. So I know that this is normal, and it doesn't mean that I should stop taking the product and move on to something else. I'm going to continue with the products, and I'm going to update you again in another month. And I do expect there to be some reduction by the end of the second month. I have been through this before, and I've taken supplements before, and usually the second month is when I start to notice that shedding difference. So I'm hoping that I have a better update in that sense for next month. The second thing I want to address is new growth, and there has not been any new growth. And I know this because most products say it takes 3 to 6 months of continuous use before you can see any new growth. So definitely not going to notice anything until at least 3 months, hopefully. But I have looked at the reviews of this product, the Better Root System from Evolve, and there's people who have noticed within the 3 months new hairs growing. So I'm going to hope for that and see and pray that I do have some sort of new growth coming in by the end of the third month. And if not, I'll figure out what I'm gonna do from there. But I guess I will update you at the end of the second month and let you know if I'm seeing any new growth or not, but probably not gonna see any. So I do expect there to be a difference in the shedding, and I'm hoping that that is the case. Another thing that I wanted to touch on separately that I figured out in this last month is I got a little bit lazy about clarifying and chelating my hair. Where I live now, this is the worst hard water I've ever had anywhere that I've lived. And I've lived here for 2 years now, and I was not clarifying often enough. So for about 6 months, I've had some scalp problems where it's been really itchy and very flaky, like a lot more flakes than I usually have. And I kind of just ignored it for a long time. But then I was thinking about it with this whole hair loss situation. I thought maybe my scalp has something to do with it. Maybe I'm just not dealing with the hard water buildup. So Malibu Sea had a sale on like their really big like liter bottles, and I grabbed a bottle of the Hard Water Wellness shampoo and a bottle of the Scalp Wellness shampoo, and those are the only two shampoos I'm using now. So I've been alternating. Every other wash day I use one or the other, like that. My hair loves to be clarified, so these shampoos can be considered strong to some people and drying. That is not the case for me. My hair loves it, so it's happy. It doesn't dry it out or anything, and it's been about 2 weeks that I've been using them consistently, and I'm already noticing a big difference in my scalp. A lot less flakes and a lot less itching, so I'm hoping that this helps as well. But something that I wanted to get you to think about if you're dealing with hair loss, that to be sure you don't have any buildup that's causing your hair loss, because buildup, remember, it can block the follicles, and so that's going to prevent any new hair from growing. So remember, as your hair is falling out, new hair should be growing in, but if your follicles are all clogged, then what new hairs are going to come in? So make sure that you are really, really, really serious about clarifying, especially if you live in a hard water area like I do, and don't make the same mistake I did. If your scalp is acting up, be sure that you're using a clarifying shampoo on a regular basis. So that's it for my 1 month update. Unfortunately, nothing new to report or share, but I promised I would keep you updated, and I will be back at the end of month 2 with a second update. Now, as I mentioned before, if you're dealing with hair loss and you missed that first video, I encourage you to go and check it out. It's called How to Reduce Shedding and Increase Hair Growth. And in this video, you'll learn exactly which ingredients have been proven to reduce hair loss and shedding and improve growth, so that you don't waste your money on products that don't work. So just click the video you see on the screen, and I'll see you there.